need to go rushing. We got the time. No need to go stressing. No worries. Don't you be forgetting. The sun will shine. No need to rush. No need to run.
Welcome, everybody. Good evening to you all. I am very happy to welcome you all this evening. My people, it's not been an easy journey, and yeah, we are still at the battlefront. We are wrestling not, you know. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, against wickedness in high places. Yeah, so we are wrestling against dishonorable and corrupt people in the corridors of power in Nigeria. Yeah, so but to God be the glory. Um, They will not succeed in taking out jele. By the special grace of God, God passed them. Please, fam, tag the IG of police. I put the picture here for that purpose. Please, fam, tag the IG of police. Tag the Attorney General of Police. For one, I want to know how is it possible that secessionist IPOB that are buying police are still using the same police and trying to eliminate Ijele that have been speaking up and even defending them. Yeah, so it may look like we are talking long story. A lot of people think, oh, the lawyers are not doing much. It may look like that, but you do not underestimate the level of the enemies. It's unbelievable. But it's happening before our eyes. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, my people, I welcome you all. As you are joining, tag the IG of police, Inspector General of Police, Egbetokun. We want to know what is going on. How is it possible that IPOB, a proscribed organization in Nigeria, have people right inside the middle of the Nigerian police force going to prison to go and abduct somebody? IPOB in Nigerian police, IPOB working with magistrates in Nigeria. Please, guys, tag the Attorney General of Police. We want to understand on what basis are these people acting on that we are seeing this brazen and blatant disregard for anything called process of the judiciary. We want to understand on what basis they are blatantly dismissing, disregarding, abusing the rule of law in Nigeria. We want to understand who are these people, on what basis were they made magistrates, and what is their criteria that put them in this corridor of power that they are abusing and infringing on the rights of Nigerian citizens. I want to understand. Please, guys, tag the IG of police, Inspector General of Police. We want to know. IPOB leader told them that he don't want to use his eye to see police. He don't want to use his eye to see army. And on that basis, we know how many army and how many police have been fired in the southeast. And now you look at it, ask me, how is it possible that even as we speak, Nnamdi Kanu's sister is still a police officer? Age of 4, Kanu's lawyer, his brother is still a police officer. So you people want to be the police office while they are buying out police people, and the jele that is speaking up for police people, speaking up for the protection of police people, are the same people that they say IPOB that the jele is protecting is using to try to kidnap and buy him in the dead of the night. They went to the prison. Please, guys, please tag the IG of police, tag the Attorney General of Police, tag these people. Are they sleeping on duty? How is it possible that this brazen disregard for anything law? How can individuals that are dishonorable and are doing arranging and corruption to this level are in the corridors of power in this extent? I want to understand it. Hello, my people. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Ada. Good evening. You see that one that I say his generation will buy there. We know that is your. We know. You see this guy now. You cannot tell his name. He's saying his generation, his mother and his father and everything related to him in any way is going to buy there. That is telling you the IPOB is in control of Nigerian Police Department, Nigerian Police Office. Tell me, where does it happen that somebody that is already inside prison, illegally detained by a magistrate, a dishonorable magistrate, Emmanuel Yana, that man already said, I put their pictures here, please guys, you are seeing him, tag him. This is an old dishonorable man that never had any promotion in his life. He started in a magistrate in 1990. Guys, think about it. Where were you in 1990? This man has been in the corridors of power doing corruption, doing this level of impunity. Think about it for a moment. How many people have suffered? How many people have suffered in the... How many people this man has condemned? Think about it. How many people this man has condemned in this life? These are the kind of people that the Attorney General of Police and they put in the corridor of power in Nigeria. These are the kind of people that they put in the corridor of power in Nigeria. You know when the Bible says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against spiritual wickedness. Spiritual wickedness. We wrestle against principalities. We wrestle against powers. We wrestle against rulers of darkness in high places. This is what we are looking at. Nigerian judges, Nigerian magistrates that are committing impunity in the corridors of power. And they are doing it brazenly because they know the Attorney General of Police, the Attorney General of the Federation is not doing anything. It's looking on. They have accepted it is a normal. It is the way to go. It is a norm. When corruption, when illegality, when impunity becomes a norm, these people use police officers to go to prison, to go and take somebody that is already illegally remanded. This man strike at this case. Since 18th of April, he strike at this case. This Emmanuel Yana, this dishonorable magistrate Emmanuel Yana, he strike at this case. This man struck at the case since 18th of April. He refused to sign the court proceeding so that the prison will release the jele. He said it was beyond his jurisdiction. He transferred it to another dishonorable coming up magistrate, a principality working in the corridor of power to do evil. I'm not coming to that criminal that is holding big Bible, that is holding the biggest Bible that he can find in the market and shopping for corrupt, doing arrangee. These people, they said this thing is beyond their jurisdiction in Abuja. Are you telling me, are there no high court in Abuja? The case is the high court in Abuja. Ijele's lawyers have taken this thing to the high court in Abuja. They are looking for they will buy. I don't know which judge they have gone to arrange with now that made them to go and kidnap somebody in the night. They were going to go and buy him in the night. They went to the prison illegally after office hours. If you release somebody, maybe you will give that remand to the prison so that they will release it. No, they are giving it to police officers, and they are going to the prison in the night to go and kidnap Ijele so that they'll go and buy him on behalf of IPOB, IG of police. Egbetoku, where are you? Ijele needs to be released as like today is even too early. Today is 56 days. Which power and which authority any dishonorable magistrate has to keep somebody in detention in a jurisdiction that is not his own, in a case that is beyond his jurisdiction? Both of them said the case is beyond their jurisdiction. They are using RNG, power upon power, all the power brokers in Nigeria. All of them against Ijele. What is the crime that Ijele committed? That he said, what did he say? And meanwhile, the Nigerian law has been amended that nobody should be arrested. Nobody should be arrested on the basis of cyberbullying. That is what the law says. I want the Attorney General of Police to come and explain to Nigerians, patriotic Nigerians like us, we want to understand. Why will the law say something else and they will be doing another thing? Guys, I want to show you the news where the lawyer Falana said court has ruled that it is illegal for police, any agencies, to arrest journalists on the name of cyber stalking, insult, orders. Falana, everybody knows this man, and he has said it, and they know their law. Is the Attorney General of Police leaving people this dishonorable, this impunity in the corridors of power? For what purpose exactly? So that they will be writing illegal remand for people they have not seen, people that never appear in their court, in arrangement with some fake criminal, faking pastor that want to come and shut down everybody. What is it? Anything that Ijele said against you has been null and void for infringing on his human right for 56 days stretch against the law of Nigeria. This guy, he struck at this case since 18th of April, and he said the case is beyond his jurisdiction, and he still went behind to write a production remand to bring him to another, or to transfer him interstate for a case you said is beyond your control, is beyond your jurisdiction, is past your office. You are still writing illegal remand. We are talking about the one you wrote that kept him in Kefi prison. We are talking about the one you wrote you transfer from one magistrate to another magistrate. This is illegal and complete obstruction of justice, illegality in the brazen face of the whole world. This is what these people are doing. People that call themselves Christian, you say you love you. What kind of people are these? You say you love, so you pick and choose the ones that you want to keep alive and the one you want to buy. What kind of thing is it? I've never seen this kind of thing in my life. Iyana, this magistrate Iyana, he said that this case was beyond his jurisdiction. This criminal man, this dishonorable, this man that been doing magistrate since 1990. He was appointed as he's an old man. He's been there, maybe he had just 1 year to go, and he wants to finish his last card. I don't know how much they paid him. He struck out this case since 18th of April. He refused to sign it, and finally he signed it on the eve, because they know by 56 days they will have no legal basis to hold the jele beyond every reasonable doubt. They went to abduct him in the night using a production remand written by a dishonorable judge that have clearly signed a paper saying this case is beyond his jurisdiction. On what basis are they holding Ijele? Inspector General of Police, Attorney General of Nigeria, judiciary. What is going on? Explain to us. Explain to us why somebody is able to do this and get away with it. Why somebody is not afraid to do this blatant miscarriage of justice. The case is in Abuja. Jele has a case coming up in Abuja next week in a higher court. You cannot wait for the case. You go and carry somebody, put him in an aeroplane. You are rushing to go and carry somebody with illegal prison remand, with IPOB, Ejiofor Ejike, the brother of Nnamdi Kanu lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. They say they don't want police. They say they hate police, but they are police. They are working as police. They are working with Nigerian government, and they are paying people. They say they are working with Nigerian government. How is it possible that IPOB is in control of Nigerian police force? IG Egbetoku, please come and answer us. We want to know what is going on. Why is IPOB using your police officers to go and abduct somebody that is already illegally remanded in prison 56 days by dishonorable magistrate Choma Amawachi, by dishonorable Emmanuel Inyana? They are dishonorable, and they have said it. It is beyond their jurisdiction, and still they wrote an illegal remand, and police are honoring it. Police are jumping up and down. IG of police, explain this thing to us. Explain this thing to us, please. Come and explain this thing to us. Is it possible that IPOB now has money to buy everybody? What is going on? Is Nigerian government under IPOB? Is Nigerian government under IPOB? Huh? Is Nigerian government under IPOB? Huh? Is Nigerian government under IPOB? The jele legal team are doing their best, but everybody that is there is working to have jele persecuted for what? And the Nigerian law says you cannot arrest anybody, and they are doing this impunity. And they are doing this impunity. IG of police, we want you to come and explain to us. Please, guys, tag the IG of police. Tag the IG of police. Iyan, you refuse to sign a proceeding. You struck out a case 18th of April. It's a month today. You struck out a case, you did not sign it, and finally you signed it and gave it to IPOB police officers to go and abduct somebody that you already kept illegally in prison, somebody that's supposed to be out of prison since 18th of April for illegally demand. Since 3rd of April, your illegal remand expired. You transfer to another illegal and dishonorable Amawachi, a beginner. We ask for immediate release of Ijele from detention. The IG of police must come into this matter and tell us why these people are so brazen to act in this manner. Okay, if they can do this to somebody that is in public domain like Ijele, what are they doing to Nigerians that do not have anybody? Please, guys, imagine this thing. What do you think these people are doing to Nigerian people that do not have anybody? What do you think they are doing to Nigerian people that don't have anybody? So it's okay to say there's no law in Nigeria. It's a banana republic. Anybody is doing whatever they want to do. You put people in power and you are not checking what they are doing, and they have a free pass to do as they please, to commit impunity in the open without any shame, without any fear of any consequences. Is this what Nigeria is all about? Is this what Nigeria legal process is all about? Attorney General of Nigeria, we need answers because we don't understand. understand. I live in Germany. Nobody can try this kind of rubbish in Germany. It's a lawful country and due process is followed, and nobody will blatantly abuse the process of court. You just have a court case in Lagos. There's a high court in Lagos. Why is arranging master arranging and shopping for a judge all the way in Lagos? And why is a judge that already said this case is beyond this jurisdiction? Why are they the one writing remand that police is using? An IPOB brother is there to be a prosecutor against Ijele. Ebuka Obi, you are the face of IPOB that we are seeing. You are the hidden face of Nnamdi Kanu, a proscribed organization, and Nigerian government and Nigerian police force is working with you and supporting you and using IPOB in disguise of Nigerian police force to persecute somebody just because he said they were lying, they were deceiving their own people. So if Ijele said anything, all this atrocity against his person, against his human right has been nullified. So guys, I don't have much to say other than this. We demand immediate release of Ijele. It's 56 days, and the law in Nigeria says no dishonorable magistrate, no matter how dishonorable you are, can detain anybody beyond 56 days. We demand immediate release of Ijele from police department, and the Nigerian police force that is holding Ijele must come and explain their relationship with a proscribed organization in Nigeria, a proscribed organization that is directly related to the firing of so many police officers. These police officers that are working with Ebuka Obi to prosecute Ijele, using the Nigerian police force, using the dishonorable judges Emmanuel Yana and Choma Amawachi. They need to come and explain to Nigerians where their loyalty lies. Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, good evening, ma.
Good evening. You are welcome. You can continue talking. We are listening to you.
Good evening, and once again, thank you to all. And we will not stop at exposing the judicial process and abuse of judicial procedures by these two dishonorable magistrates. First, Chioma Amawachi, the dishonorable magistrate from Afikpo. She's a member of IPOB. She's a sympathizer. I've got her data bio from her social media handle. She's one of those who are giving Simon Ekpa open and tactic support. And such a person is a magistrate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think it's high time the Nigeria Judicial Commission and the police crack detective team begins to do an in-house investigation on these persons, just like the criminal prosecutor who is by the name Obiora Ejiofor, who is a sibling to a lawyer, I think Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who is a known IPOB sympathizer. And these guys need to be called out. Chioma Amawachi will not run away from this. She thinks going to delete all her Facebook bio data will save her. I have already captured all that information. We'll have it. I have it out there, and at the right time, I'll begin to put it out. Chioma should come here and explain herself. She cannot run away from it. And at this point, I am calling on the Nigerian Bar Association, the Nigerian Legal Practitioners, every known chamber, the Office of the Justice of the Federation, the Attorney General of the Federation, every law school. They should come and explain to us if this unprofessional conduct, unethical conduct, it is part of what being a judicial officer is. Chioma Amawachi and dishonorable Eyana Emmanuel, they have desecrated, the palace of justice. They are nothing but a shame and a disgrace to the calling. Justice is meant, these people are meant by the oath of their office. Their practice and their training, they are meant to administer justice. They are meant to remain impartial. They are meant to interpret the law. And in both instances, these two dishonorable magistrates have struck out these cases from their courts. Now, it is the same Ebuka Obi, the nominal complainant, that went from Magistrate Court 2 to Court 11. Now, the same matter was struck out by a magistrate court too, Emyana Emmanuel. What that means, he struck it out on the ground that his court has no jurisdiction to entertain that matter. Everyone knows that the law as amended was a federal issue, and these guys took it to a magistrate court because of what they want to do their bidding. Now, in April, Magistrate Iyana on a Thursday struck out this case from his court based on lack of jurisdiction. How can Chioma Mmawachi entertain the same matter if not for the patriotic men of the correctional centers from Kefi, who said in their own wisdom they've never seen such a thing, that Ijele is still in detention. Even before he got to court on that Thursday morning, this case had been struck out. How can they claim to have another remand warrant that they will not release Ijele to them? They rather take him back to the correctional center. And this dishonorable Iyana Emmanuel refused, which is even the worst of desecration, that a magistrate refused to sign his own ruling, refused to sign his, release warrant, and Ijele was held there. While Ijele was held there, now Mmawachi maliciously, criminally signed a remand warrant till the 3rd of May. On the 3rd of May, that warrant elapsed. Chioma last 2 weeks struck out this case from her court. Why she struck out this case from her court? She went behind maliciously and criminally to renew a remand warrant that lasted till 16th, because they know by 16th they don't have any legal right to hold Ijele, which will make it the 56th according to the Nigerian law. Now, how can dishonorable Chioma Mmawachi, who has struck out a case from her court based on lack of jurisdiction, will go back behind closed doors, behind to maliciously, criminally, fraudulently sign renew a remand warrant for the Nigerian police? I mean, tomorrow people begin to cry that Nigeria is corrupt. No. Nigeria is what we make of it. And I've always said it to whoever cares to listen. The politicians are not actually our problems. They have maximum of 8 years to stay. Look, someone like dishonorable Iyana Emmanuel, who by his disposition is a father and a grandfather, that has been in this position for 34 years, going to 35 years. Think about the impunity, the corruption he has ingrained and enshrined within the judicial profession. How he has corrupted most of the young judicial officers. Because like they always say, kids learn from their parents. Most of these, things that is happening, they learn, from, let's think for a second. It's not about the jelly. It's not about me. This is all about us asking this pertinent question. How has these guys corrupted the judiciary? The same Iyana Emmanuel, he's known for this notoriety of signing fraudulent and malicious remand warrant. And now I am asking the chief judge of FCT, why is this guy still a magistrate when his case is all over the place? The Nigerian judiciary needs to sit up and redeem its image. Everyone will cry eyes on the judiciary when it's only for election tribunal. No, the judiciary, the chief judge of the Abuja needs to sit up and relieve this guy of his position. He needs to sit up and make sure that Chioma Mmawachi is relieved as a magistrate of Magistrate Court 11. The Nigerian Judicial Council Abuja Division needs to investigate this, debar her from practicing. The Nigerian Law School needs to withdraw her certificate of practice. They cannot allow her to continue this, judicial impunity. They cannot allow her to continue this abuse of judicial process for the next 30-something years she's going to serve as a judicial officer. If we continue that way, what kind of country are we building? A banana republic? It is time they begin to debar these guys and derobe them. And I will always say this: Nigeria is not the only country experiencing such corruption from judicial officers. America is a case study. People can go and Google it. How many judges in America that are behind bars? There's a judge in California. He is in charge of the juvenile court, which is the court for youth. What he was doing, maliciously sending any youth that come to his court to prison. The records were there. Attorneys started protesting. People started making complaints. Families started complaining. Even cases that do not deserve for one to be remanded, cases that deserve, like something they call suspended sentence. Now they started investigating this particular judge in California. They discovered that he has an underground business with all these organizations that run prisons in America. Each person he sends to prison, he gets a cut. Today he's been derobed, debarred, license struck out, and today he's serving jail in America. This is something Nigeria should do. The laws are there, but for the mere fact that the Nigerian Judicial Council is playing numb to this kind of, judicial abuse is beyond me. Like late Justice Chukwudifo Oputa said, if the judiciary is corrupt, where do we go from here? It has been said universally and internationally in law that the judiciary is the last hope of a common man. But these two magistrates, they have come to make justice for the highest bidder. They are malicious. They are full of criminal intent. To them, the Lady Justice can see these two persons are complete abuse to the legal profession. Any person that knows any lawyer, tag them on this post. Tag them on the one I made on the Undiluted Truth. They should come and see the unprofessional conduct of their colleague.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. So, yeah, my people, you heard it. We don't have more to say. I just want to give you this update. And I'm doing this for posterity's sake. I'm doing this for posterity's sake. And because I'm doing this for posterity's sake, I want to say, how is Nigeria happening to Ijele? Nigeria has happened to Ijele, but how? How? Let's look at how Nigeria is happening to Ijele. Nigeria is happening to Ijele because the Nigerian judiciary has these honorable people sitting in positions of power, and in positions they are using it against the Nigerian citizens. This is how Nigeria is happening to Ijele right now. Ijele trusted the system. Ijele went on to answer the invitation of the police. And this Emmanuel Iyana, you can see his profile here. He's working with the Nigerian judiciary at the Federal High Court in Abuja, in the High Court of Abuja, and he issued a motion ex parte on Ijele that he never saw. Ijele never appeared in his court, an illegal remand for a case that is a civil case, a case that is beyond his judiciary. His job is higher than what he is assigned to do, but he took it and wrote an illegal remand, knowing that this case is beyond his jurisdiction. But because he has the intention to illegally infringe on his human rights, because he has been arranged by the arranging master that is doing fake miracle and wants to infringe on the right of somebody for speaking his opinion. And this dishonorable judge wrote a prison remand for the past 56 days today. And he has struck out that case since 18th of April, and he refused to sign the release remand. And today he released that remand. He released that proceeding he's supposed to sign since 18th of April. He released it to police officers. Nigerian police officers working with IPOB, a proscribed secessionist organization. Nigerian police officer working in connection with IPOB. He released it to them. A Nigerian judiciary official, a magistrate working with a proscribed organization, Nigerian police officer working with a proscribed organization that is responsible directly and confirmed by the police, by the army, by the law enforcement, and said that these people are responsible for the taking and buying of so many police officers. And you have police officers working in conjunction with a secessionary proscribed organization, and you have magistrate Emmanuel Iyana, you have magistrate Amawa Chichama working with proscribed organization, and they wrote a prison release that they're supposed to release Ijele. Ijele supposed to be out of that place installed. They never sat on this case. They know this case is beyond their jurisdiction. They are sitting on it, and finally they are also writing an illegal production warrant to take him out of state from Abuja to Lagos. And the police that are working with IPOB, a secessionist organization, is using an illegal remand written by people that have no jurisdiction over the case that has been brought against Ijele. Even though a case is pending in Abuja, a case is pending in the Federal High Court in Abuja, even though Ijele's lawyers have filed a motion to object the transfer of Ijele to Lagos or out of state, they went illegally with a production in court, a remand that is illegal because they have already answered that this case is beyond their jurisdiction. But the police that are working with secessionist organization that is IPOB, that is proscribed, went to use an illegal production warrant to go and abduct somebody that is already illegally detained for 56 days. 56 days, 2 months in illegal detention. Nigerian police force, the Nigerian Inspector General of Police, we are calling on you. Who are these boys that are abusing the position that they have within the Nigerian police force? Who are they? Who are they that are working with a proscribed organization that is responsible for the firing of so many people? Who are they? I want to ask, how come Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer's brother, is a police officer working with the same Nigerian government? So are you telling me that you are the only ones that are supposed to be working with Nigeria? How is it possible, Inspector General of Police, that you allow such insiders to be within the Nigerian police force, and they are using that opportunity, that presence within the Nigerian police force to work against a law-abiding citizen that is in jail, that has not committed any heinous crime, that this case is a completely civil matter, and this dishonorable magistrate Yana Emmanuel and this Amawachi Chama have no jurisdiction from the beginning to even pen anything against the person of Ijele Chukwuka of Fuegu, and they know it because they believe they can act in this brazenness, in this impunity, and they know that they have no consequence. That's why they are doing it and continue to do it since 20th of March. And they are not relenting. We want to ask the Attorney General of Police, why are you looking on and this kind of brazen impunity is going on? We demand the release of Ijele this night, and tomorrow is already too late. Release Ijele today, because it cannot be under an illegal production warrant written by a dishonorable magistrate that have already hands up his hands that this case is beyond his jurisdiction, that the police illegally went to the prison to abduct him, instead of this dishonorable magistrate to go and give this prison warders that document to release Ijele. They gave it to dishonorable police officers and corrupt police officers working with IPOB to go and abduct Ijele. Only God knows their intent that and purpose with it, but God stopped them. And we wrestle not against principalities, and we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against this form of principalities and powers. We wrestle against this kind of evil people in position of high powers. This is the principalities of powers we are talking about. People that are dishonorable, that lack integrity, that have been placed over the Nigerian people to commit this level of atrocity. Guys, ask yourself, if they can do this to Ijele, what are they doing to people who have nobody, who have no face, who have no representation, people who are not on social media, people who are not bloggers? If they are able to do this to a blogger that is popular, that is on social media, that is known, what are they doing to known or unknown people, people who have no name, people who have nobody? We demand the release of Ijele. Guys, I'm going to cut out this part. Share this video. Share it until it gets to the Inspector General of Police. We want to hear from the Attorney General of Police, Attorney General of Nigeria. We want to hear from the Attorney General of Nigeria. Come and explain the Nigeria of law for us. Come and let us understand what is going on. Come and give us the understanding on what basis magistrates that have no jurisdiction over a case is writing warrants that police is acting on. When you have no jurisdiction, it means you don't have that capacity. It is not in your hands. You don't have the capacity. It is not in your power. Why is the police acting on illegal warrant? Who are these police officers? We need the action and the intervention of the Inspector General of Police. Guys, share this video. Share this video. You may not be the one today. It may be Ijele today. But guys, when impunity like this lasts, when we look on and we say, oh, let the impunity continue like this, you don't know who will come next. You know, as it is said, they came for the Jews. I did not speak up because I was not a Jew. They came for the Anglican, they came for the Catholic, but when they will call for you, there will be nobody to speak for you. Remember, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world. And these rulers of darkness of this world are these people that have gotten positions of power to be in the judiciary, and they have that power, that principality to use it against law-abiding Nigerian citizens. So therefore, we are calling on the Attorney General of Nigeria Judiciary. We are calling on the Nigerian Judicial Commission. We are calling on the Inspector General of Police. We are calling on all law-abiding Nigeria. We are calling on the Nigerian Bar Association. Come and explain the law of Nigeria to us. Is it that Nigeria is a lawless banana republic that anybody can wake up and remand anybody, and anybody can write illegal warrant and it will be liable to hold anybody? Ijele has spent 56 days today. That is beyond what any magistrate under any law in Nigeria can hold anybody. Release Ijele now. Thank you, guys. Share this video. Share this video. I'm going to cut this part. Share it, please. Share it. Share it until it gets to all the relevant organizations. We want to hear their explanation. We want to understand. We don't know. We are law-abiding citizens. We love Nigeria. We want Nigeria to progress. But how can Nigeria progress when they have put wicked people in high places to be acting as principalities of powers of abuse and corruption? Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.